Jake, I am a frequent user of Instagram.com, username Ellis Custom Creations. And I've noticed a lot of people for when they're celebrating other people's birthdays lately, they will say, "Happy birthday at Triplett, Jake. You are so easy to celebrate." And I just always think to myself, that's such a funny phrase to me. Like, yeah, of course you're easy to like. Guess what? Everyone's easy to celebrate
on their birthday.
Their birthday, you're easy to celebrate.
When I want to shower them with gifts and words of affection, they receive it.
It's very easy to celebrate you. Amazon Prime, I can get balloons to you in 2 hours. You pay someone 99 more cents and they'll blow them up for you.
Okay, life hack.
Yeah, I just think to myself, like, you are easy to celebrate. Like, what's your neighbor's name?
Judy.
Let's give it up for Judy.
Judy.
Let's give it up for Judy.
Look at her. Gosh,
Judy, you are easy to celebrate. I didn't think twice about it. I just celebrated you right there. That was so easy.
Everyone look at her. Judy, turn around. Look at her as she stands there as we clap for her. See
Look at that.
Look at that. Look at her standing there.
Turning around.
That's awesome. She's so easy to clap at.
And do you remember her husband's name?
Bob.
Let's go, Bob! Yeah, Bob!
Look at him. It's going to be like, he can't hear you. He's got to be louder than that.
No, that was easy. Oh, a little bit harder to celebrate. Come on, Bob! Yeah! I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning we're taking back Ghostrunners podcast.
Sorry to make you scream like that to start the episode. I feel
That's
like your voice was kind of gone.
I'll never lose my voice. You know, that's just something I'm just so, I talk all the time, so I would never lose it, right?
Lost a little bit Thursday, though.
A little bit.
Quite a bit Thursday.
Yeah, I haven't listened to the whole episode yet, so I don't know if I've lost it, like if you can hear it during the recording, but like literally right after we got done recording, my voice just went out. I don't know what happened. So yeah, that's a thing. I don't know what happened, but I'm kind of gaining it back. So
I feel like everyone I've been hanging out with lately is losing their voice. Trey had to rest his today. Scott last night.
Really?
Get him laughing a little bit. He starts coughing. Like when you're kind of getting sick. It's
yeah.
Like, that's funny.
Seriously.
That's funny.
Seriously. Like he's like starting to like get like tears in his eyes a little bit from coughing.
Good cough laugh.
Oh man. Yeah, that was kind of that's kind of real. So now I'm kind of struggling. Yeah, I think it was maybe just like there were a few days. Oh, I got like dizzy on that. Whoa.
Easy.
There were a few days last week where I woke up and it was pretty cold outside. And so I think my throat was just dry or something. I don't know.
Just adjusting.
Yeah. So it's that time of year. Happy November, guys.
Hey, guys.
Hey, November, you're easy to celebrate.
November.
Let's get up for November. Yeah. It's going to be a good month.
Brad,
best month out of the year?
Yeah, it reminds me, November is so funny because there was a girl one time who shared the same birthday as you.
Yeah.
That's funny. November 13th.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. Shout out to that girl though.
Yeah. Shout out to you. That's pretty funny.
That's hilarious.
That's hilarious. Same birthday.
Maybe we'll bring that one back for Ghostrunners, clip of the week or whatever we're calling it. Ghostrunners throwback.
Yeah. Yeah, I should. Yeah, on your birthday week.
That was a fun one.
Yeah.
Just looking back, just like, obviously we're going to get a new studio here soon.
Yeah, in like a month.
But looking back, just so many fond memories of those blue plywood walls.
The blue walls. What do we want to do with new walls?
I think we go blue plywood again. I think we go back.
Blue plywood?
Yeah.
Make the room a little smaller because we've added plywood on to the inside of it.
No, it already has real walls. We just want to put blue plywood around
Sheetrock's great. We want plywood on the outside.
I don't know. I actually have an idea that I'll show you later.
Sweet.
Yeah. During the episode, I'll show you, but
like
not right now.
Artwork?
Yes. 100% for artwork. Yeah.
You know me, I'm ready to ball out. You tell me it's going to cost $5,000. I say, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's make it worth it.
Yeah.
Especially because this will actually be more permanent. Like it's like every other place I've been.
So we
like,
think.
Yeah. Well, then again, who knows?
Yeah. No, it's going to be great.
My dad was asking me that. He's just like, he'll go one way or the other. He'll go 1 week. It's just like, hey, if you end up single the rest of your life, nothing wrong with that. And then the next week, I'm like, yeah, I bought a house, 5 bedrooms, going to try to, have 4 roommates who can help pay the mortgage. He's like, well, are you nervous? I mean, what if you settle down really quickly? I mean, what if you find a wife soon? Can you afford this mortgage if you have a woman in your life? Like we jumped a few steps there. I'm not too.
Yeah. One way or the other.
I haven't thought about that yet, but he's like, yeah, 6 months from now, let's say you're married. Can you afford the mortgage?
6 months. He knows the timeline.
I'm like, I don't know. There's going to be plywood in the basement. So if the cost of that keeps getting higher, yeah, I can resell the plywood.
Yeah. If anything, we'll hire some of it out. Yeah. Let Isaac still live there. Like Isaac's like your son in some ways. It's like this weird relationship we have with Isaac where he's like our brother and our best friend and our son all at the same time.
But he doesn't know any of the 90s music that we know.
Yeah. Like I am a lot older than Isaac, but it doesn't feel like it.
I mean, that was so funny last week. Like, hey, help your dad over there. You're like, oh, my friend Isaac? Okay.
Okay. He's got more facial hair than I do, but whatever. Oh, man. That was good times. I have a fun story for you to start out the day.
Let's get it started.
McLean's Mondays. Went there the other day. If you just have like the mindset to go just be productive at a coffee shop, there's nothing better than leaving a coffee shop a little bit high on caffeine.
And smelling like it.
And smelling like caffeine and just be like, I got a lot done today while listening to Amos Lee and, whoever else, Ben Harper. And so, yeah, the other day I was there and, always do my classic eavesdropping on other people.
Sure.
Hard not to people watch every once in a while. There were these two men, we'll call them 40-some-year-old men, maybe 50, businessmen doing like a little business meeting.
What are their names probably?
One of his name is Mark. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay.
I don't know the other guy. I didn't meet him, but I met Mark. And
Mark and McGuire.
Yes.
Those are their names.
And that's why they worked so well together.
Okay.
Big Macs. And they were explosive. Like they were just so strong together, like a little bit artificially strong.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But they would never put a cork in their bat. They won't go that far.
No, there was one time they said, put a cork in it. And they're like, whoa.
Oh, no, we shouldn't do that. We shouldn't do that.
That's for Sammy and Sosa over there on the other table.
We hate those guys.
So anyway, did the classic like local coffee shop guy. Like they're like, oh, what's the Wi-Fi password they're struggling with? I was like, it's McLean's 1945, 1C on McLean's. Thank you so much. So, we had a little banter there and then, back to work. And then this guy leans over to me and he goes, so are you in sales? And I was like, not exact. I mean, I own my own business, so I do everything. He's like, oh, very cool. So we talked about that for a while. I said, what do you do? He's like, I'm in sales. And I was like, oh, very cool. What kind of stuff? He's like, food. And I was like, oh, really? Okay. He's like, yeah, I work for Cisco. And I go, oh yeah. I say, I know a guy, like one of my friend's dads, he used to work for Cisco and now he's, I forget the name of his company, whatever. But he's on the phone. He said Sunday's like a big day for him, whatever. And this guy goes, well, just out of curiosity, who's this guy? And I go, Steve Triplett. He goes, oh, I know Steve.
No way.
Yeah.
Mark or McGuire knew it.
Mark Daniels.
Mark Daniels.
He goes, yeah, I trained Steve 30 years ago at Cisco.
Trained him. He ran a train on my dad.
He just ran right over him, steamrolled him. Trained Steve 30 years ago, which like that whole sentence like didn't like kind of flew over my head at first. I was like, great, whatever. But then I thought to myself, like, we know Steve Triplett now. 30 years after he's had this boy, this luscious boy, beautiful girl.
I think Mark might have the timeline a little off here. My dad's not that old.
Really?
And he didn't start working. I mean, maybe
it wasn't the whole 30 years, I guess.
Yeah, Mark might be a little off, but still, long time ago, he trained my dad.
A long time. I just like the idea of like Steve being this young whippersnapper.
Mark Daniels.
Because like
Daniels.
But I had of course I was like, well, I'm gonna text Steve right now and see if he remembers.
Oh, let's go.
And so I say, hey, do you know Mark Daniels? He says, I love Mark Daniels. And I said, you're just saying that because I'm sitting next to him at a coffee shop. He's like, no, really, this guy is amazing. He trained me. Yeah, he was awesome, and he'll never forget your name. And I didn't want to test that theory. I didn't even tell him. But
that's a good salesman, right there.
Yeah, exactly. He was a great guy. But yeah, I just love the thought of like, yeah, that's old Steve. Like. Just a different guy completely, like, cause I was like, yeah, I'm best friends with his son. And this guy's probably thinking like, holy cow, how old's his son? It's just fun to think about. And so out of all the people, like I didn't get recognized this week.
Okay.
Well, that's not true. I got recognized at your show. But like,
oh yeah,
I didn't get recognized in public, out besides that, but Catherine didn't get recognized, but I'll tell you who got recognized as Steve Triplett. That was the other thing. Steve, your dad was like, how in the world did you figure out that he knew me?
Just over, just
the one
eavesdropping.
The classic, coffee shop banter, Wi-Fi password. My friend's dad works in food sales. Who's your dad? Stuff like that. So
it is fun to think about that. It's a special time in your life, like fresh out of college.
Yeah.
Where are you at in life? And then to look back 30 years from then and be like, yeah, no, Peter and I were roommates.
Right.
You're like, no, Brad and I were next door neighbors.
Right.
I lived next door to Brad and Catherine.
Yeah. Jake Triplett? Yeah. Lived in that house?
No, I was roommates with Luke Crenshaw. Yeah. The attorney general.
Yeah. The offensive line coach for Arkansas. Luke Crenshaw. Wow.
Yeah. We were roommates. Yeah.
He's Peter Casey. Yeah. The one that's on Shark Tank. Yeah. That guy. Gunnar Duckworth. Yeah.
Gunnar Duckworth.
What's Gunnar? Gunnar's a pro wakeboarder.
Pro wakeboarder. First guy to make $1 million by collecting pennies one at a time. Yeah. That's my friend Gunnar Duckworth.
Glued them all together. Yeah. And his house caved in because it was too heavy because of the pennies.
Yeah. Harrison Pollard. Yeah, I used to live with that guy. First guy to e-bike around the entire world. You like that one?
Yeah. Have we talked about the e-bike?
I don't think so.
Let's divulge into the e-bike real quick. So go ahead and tell the e-bike story.
Oh, Isaac and I were somewhere out of town together. No, Harrison was out of town. Isaac and I were together in town, and Harrison texts us, "Hey, just FYI, if you're home today, I'm going to need you to sign for something. I got a pretty big package coming." We're like, "Oh, sweet. What's that?" He's like, "I bought an electric bike." We're like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah."
And this was early September, maybe.
Yeah, probably like a month or so ago. And so I was already giving him a hard time, like right in time for winter. That's smart. That's good. Get an electric outdoor bike. But to top it off, to add a little more context to what is so funny is Harrison has not had like a working car in like 8 months.
Yeah. Pretty much the whole time he's lived here.
Yeah. Which I feel bad for the guy. Like he moved here in like March of 2020. So it took him forever to actually see anything of Kansas City. And then he's had some other things go down. And then on top of that, then his car stops working. And it was just shocking to us. I think like we had never heard Harrison talk about an electric bike before. I didn't know this is something he wanted. For all I knew, he was saving up for a car.
Yeah. Cars aren't that expensive. They're probably like 2 e-bikes worth of money. Like you could easily buy a 1999 Accord for an e-bike.
It was just funny that like, oh, he wasn't kidding. Like there is an e-bike on our porch right now. He's got it.
Yeah.
And it's pretty, he let me ride it. It's pretty sweet. I mean, it's no car, but it's pretty sweet. And he does
the car of the sidewalks.
And he has a car too. He went Carvana.
I say Vana.
Carvana. And he has a car and an e-bike. He's a 2 transportation boy now.
Yeah.
He still has the old car still on the street. So he's got 3 cars now.
My favorite part about that car being on the street is that it's like a little bit awkwardly far away from the curb. Have you ever noticed that? It's like, like a normal spot on the curb, 6-8 inches or so, like pretty close to the curb. This one's a good 2 feet away.
Right, 2 feet out.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if when he parked there, he knew it would be sitting there for 8 months. Gonna give him a benefit of the doubt there. I don't know if he knew, like, this is the last time I'm going to ever park this. But yeah, Harrison, big e-bike guy. First guy to circumnavigate the world on an e-bike. Yeah, that was my roommate.
E-bike.
Yeah, I used to work out with him. Black Fridays.
That's right. In the Instant Pot.
Instant Pot. Yeah.
So anyway, Steve Triplett, guest celebrity on the pod this week.
That's a fun story.
I was excited about it. He texted me actually today and said, did you meet anybody that knew me today? He said, no, just your son.
That's funny, dude. How was it Thursday night for you?
Yes.
Specifically like taking pictures, getting recognized. Because I had people text me like, yo, Brad is crushing it up there.
Oh, really?
People texted me that.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't say I crushed it by any means, but it was fun. I don't know how many people I met. At the end of the night, I was like, I probably took like 7 pictures, and Catherine goes, no, I don't know how many I took. I mean, it was a decent amount of people for sure. It was weird. Like I did end up sitting in the front row.
Yeah. You texted me, which I thought was so funny. I was like, where are you sitting?
I got denied. The first people I asked, we walked down to our seats, and as we were walking down, I stopped. My strategy, which I look back on now, and I think I would do it differently, but my strategy at the time was I'm going to find somebody that's like a huge fan, super fan on like the 5th row and just say, hey, do you want to switch me? Like you're on the aisle, I'm on the aisle. Let's switch.
Yeah.
And I went up to that person. It was an older woman, and she seemed a little taken aback by the whole thing. Like maybe I was scamming her, which I don't know how I could have done that. But I was like, do you want to switch me? And she's like, no, the first row seems a little too close. That might hurt my neck. I'm like, we're not at a movie.
Yeah.
But to her credit, like the front fence or whatever you want to call it.
There was a barrier.
Yeah, there was like a bar there. Like, cause I think a lot of concerts are there.
I thought about doing some jokes on the barrier.
Yeah. So there's not always a barrier?
It's only the second time I've ever seen a barrier.
Okay.
Thought about doing something like, did you guys think Trey Songz was performing tonight? And I was like, I don't think that's funny enough.
Yeah, that might have been a little too niche.
Yeah, it's not great.
But yeah, it was probably like a 4-foot tall barrier.
Big time.
And so yeah, that lady had a point. And then after getting denied, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. But I should have asked somebody like 15 rows back. You would
have found somebody.
Yeah, I think somebody then would have said yes. But yeah, I went to the front row, and Catherine immediately had to go to the bathroom. And so I was just like standing there. And luckily I saw Rachel Flickinger.
Okay.
Iowa Rachel, she went to the basketball game, a while back. And so I recognized her. She said hi to me. So I went and talked to her and her friend. I'm sorry, I don't remember your name.
Are these microphone shirt girls?
No.
Oh.
No.
What
Rachel.
kind of shirt does she have on?
Ghostrunners shirt, I think. I mean, like literally like a ghost, like the marathon team.
Oh, okay,
maybe.
cool.
Sorry, Rachel, I don't remember your exact shirt. But anyway, I was talking to them, and then as I was talking to them, some other girls came up to me, and I'm sorry, I don't remember the names very well. Honestly, it was hard to hear. I'm like hard of hearing already, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was trying to yell, talking to them because I didn't have any voice. But one of the girls was more pumped than I've ever met. Like anybody, like that's awesome. I don't think my mom was more excited when she had me on November 13th, 1990. Like this girl, like literally like screamed "on your feet" like 5 times.
Wow.
Like on your, like on your feet. And I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, that's me. Yeah. So we tried to take some pictures then. And then it was kind of like, then I just walked back to my seats. And that was what I always felt a little bit weird of, like, okay, are these people going to think, like, who are these people? Like the people I'm walking past are like, who is this guy?
Why? The guy in the audience is taking pictures?
Yeah, exactly.
That's weird.
Like maybe he's a Chiefs player. You're like, no, like looking him up and down. Like, I don't think so.
Ben Neiman? I don't think so.
No, Ben Neiman's, he's not that big. But anyway, yeah, I definitely, the fun thing after the show, we were walking back up, like to leave. And there was these one girls that specifically wanted to meet Catherine way more than they wanted to meet me. They're like,
strange.
We would love to meet you, but man, we are so excited to meet Catherine.
I bet that's got to freak Catherine out a little bit. Do you hear that?
It is funny. Like she's always like, people know so much about me, but I literally know zero about them.
It's a little weird.
It is. It's a funny concept for sure. And I don't mind it too much. I think she's less wired that way, but she's still like a very social talkative person, but she doesn't know what to say. Like, I think people sometimes are just like, entertain me, whatever. And she's just like, I don't know how to do that. I've never done a podcast before. But even me, I was like, there were times where I was like, so did you guys enjoy the show? Like,
I don't really know what to talk about.
Glad you guys enjoyed it. I had some kind of ownership in it, which I didn't know, but yeah, overall Thursday was great. We went out to dinner beforehand, like I said, with like, whatever it was, 20 people.
Yeah. And
I was like kind of anal about like, make sure we get there on time to dinner. And we're going to order right away. Like
I was checking everyone's location that night, which was cool to see so many friends at the same restaurant. And then me alongside all of my friends, we're like all in the same area. It was like me, my sister, you, Isaac, Gunner, Emily Madison. I don't know why I have her location, but I do.
That's fun.
Morgan Mitchell, I have her location.
Really?
I don't know why. Yeah.
Yeah. So we the dinner was supposed to be 5:30. We get there at 5:15 to like make sure, which was stupid. Chewy's was dead. Like it wasn't like, I was like worried about like getting that big of a table or whatever. We get there, everyone gets there, we get seated. And right when they're taking drink orders, I'm like, can we actually just order? So Catherine and I were the only people to order at this point.
Love it.
And people are like, oh, are we ordering? Like, and then like Gunner prayed for the whole table when we got our food. No one else did. But like, as we were like finishing up and paying, everyone else was getting their food. So it was like 6:10, 6:15 when people are getting their food.
Oh boy.
And I was like, Catherine, I do not want to be that guy. I don't want to be late. I don't like, this isn't a concert or a sports game where you can just get there late. So
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was fine. And then, oh shoot, what was I going to say? I don't know. It was just a great time. I honestly, the show was awesome. I want to hear obviously your perspective on it, but my perspective before, I'll just brag on Jake real quick. Jake did amazing.
Thank you.
And I genuinely think, so the opening act, his name is Lucas.
We love Lucas.
Lucas comes out and he's like, yeah, I'm not Trey Kennedy. Sorry. He's like, how many of you guys are excited to hear Trey Kennedy? Whoa. How many of you guys are excited to hear Jake Triplett? Wow.
It was
like,
crazy.
Everyone just went nuts. Like
I got goosebumps.
Yeah.
I got so fired up backstage to hear that.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't believe this.
It was like, let's go.
I've never heard anything like this before.
Right.
That was crazy.
I purposely didn't even cheer for Trey. I was like, I want all my energy. I don't have much of a voice. I want all my energy to go towards Jake.
Dude, that's cool. It was crazy.
Yeah. And so I was just pumped and the show was awesome. I was a little bit nervous for you. Kind of like, I think you said your dad was nervous for you. I not because I didn't have confidence in you, but because comedy is so relative that it's like, I don't know how this is going to go for him. Like, what if people don't like him as much as I like him? Like what if, because in Phoenix, it was weird to me when you came out and not that many people went crazy for you.
Yeah.
So I was like, what? You guys don't know, like, not everyone here knows Jake.
That's
like,
how it normally is.
Yeah, right. Of course. And, but you killed it. And there was one point, I'm not even joking. I like almost cried, like out of like pride for you. I was like, he's like doing it, man.
Oh,
like
thanks,
he's like,
dude.
like, and I don't know what, it wasn't like the whole time I was like thinking like, I'm so proud of my friend. But then there was just it was the Branson joke. I don't even know why, but like you made that joke and like, for some reason,
You're like, oh,
it was like Branson, but it was just like, dude, like, I don't know. I was just so pumped for you.
Thanks, dude.
And yeah, so tell us from your perspective, everything that went down, and yeah, give us your thoughts. I know I'll set you up a little bit. I know that you said you were nervous, like actually nervous.
Yeah.
At least Trey told me that. Trey was like, yeah, I've never seen Jake nervous like that.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
The fingers were a little shaky beforehand.
Really?
I noticed it. Like I held my hand out in front of me. I was like, oh, I'm shaking.
Really?
I don't normally do this. I think it was more of just like an anxious, just like, I'm just ready to be out there. This has been such a long time coming. Like I've been waiting to perform for my friends for 2 years now.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just ready. I know they're all out there.
Right.
I have so many people that I want to just like do my best in front of. I just want to do it.
Yeah.
I just want tip off to be here. I get the same way for basketball games. And then once you're out there, all the nerves go away. But so yeah, I was a little nervous, but it was just so fun. I mean, it had to have been a top 3, top 5 moment of my life, like night of my life. I don't know what else is in that top 5, but just like, how could it be better than that?
Right.
I haven't been married yet, so you know that's not in there.
Yeah, you don't have to like have controversial like top 3 moments of my. It's like, whoa, dude, you have 2 kids and a wife. Like, come on.
Easy.
All right, sorry, the basketball game was top 5 moments of my life.
I'm just gonna say KU and Mario Chalmers. That's a big
I mean,
night.
that was a huge shot. Memphis was up by a lot of points with not very much time left. Derrick Rose really blew it.
Yeah, that's funny. But anyway, yeah, it was just a great night. It was. And then I got started off with goosebumps, like you said. It's like, and who's excited for Jake Triplett, which is normally like a 2 out of 10 response, even to the point where I'm like, Lucas, you don't have to say that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, don't make it sound weird. Yeah, yeah.
Most times, like, you don't need to do that. But at Kansas City, it was very, very cool to hear that. So, just a great night. I got emotional at like the standing ovation at the end, knowing like how many friends, like I could see you, I could see other friends out there when that show was over. It's just like, this is just cool. Like these people are like happy and proud of us, and I am just like thankful to be here. I'm just so overwhelmingly thankful. This is just cool. This is crazy. So, but
I also did not stand up until you came up.
Thank you.
I looked around. People were standing. It's very hard not to stand when other people are standing for ovations. I was like, I'm not doing it yet.
I'm staying strong.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. There's Lucas, not doing it for Lucas. Jake! Yeah.
That was great too. There was one time I was like, I'm pretty sure. So the whole time I'm doing my set, I do not look at Brad. Brad texts me a picture of where he's at. I'm like, I don't want to look at him. I don't want to get thrown off by him. So I would always just glance over Brad. But there was one time during the improv song towards the end, I heard you say something like, bring it home, Jake, or something like that. You're like, come on, Jake. I was like, I'm pretty sure that was Brad.
I was trying not to be like, it's not my show, so I'm not going to like, try to dictate anything too much. But there were a few times where I was like,
yep.
Yeah, stuff like that. So
I heard you. It was so funny. And you were in the front row sitting next to a guy I graduated high school with that I have not seen since the night we graduated high school.
Yeah.
I've not seen him.
Yeah, he came up to me before. Remind me his name.
Devin Jones.
Sorry, I don't remember people's names very well right now.
It's all right. Your voice was hoarse.
That's right. Devin Jones was like, hey man, I love your videos. I actually went to high school with Jake. I was like, tell me everything. But it was just crazy. Like I've met plenty of people that went to SBU with you. Never met a Stratford guy before. That was the first time. So it was kind of fun to be like, wow.
Did it check out?
Sure. I mean, yeah, sure. Yeah. I don't know exactly what you mean by that, but he was way different than you. Like, seemed like, I was like, you're friends with Jake.
He's more someone from Stratford.
Yeah. Yeah, you got out and went to Hollywood for a little while, got your hair cut and everything. But yeah, it was awesome. Like there were a few times, like I felt like we were friends by the end of the night. He would hit me every once in a while on the leg.
But
like,
you like that one.
Dude, this is pretty funny. Like, yeah. Or like try to like add, like sometimes somebody makes a joke and he's like, yeah, that's exactly what it's like with a wife, right? Like,
right. You get it.
Yeah, whatever. So that was great too.
It was fun. It was just such a solid day. I think we talked about last week on the podcast, but Trey and I shot 2 videos that day. Then Brad and I did a podcast. Day. Then I did the show. Then just hung out with all of my best friends in the world afterwards, which that meant so much to me too. It's just fun for us all to be together.
Yeah, it was.
My sister was there.
Yeah.
Just everybody was there.
Yeah.
And then got done, went back on the bus at 1, and then started to edit a video for Trey that night. It was just like such a long day, but I was so fired up on adrenaline. Like it didn't matter. Sure. I was having a great day.
Can we tell the story about Lindsay Porter and the other spectator? Remember this?
That story. I was like, no, probably not. Yeah, with Isaac.
I don't know what other one you're talking about, but yeah, this one. Yeah, with Isaac.
I think it was, whatever.
Okay, so first of all, Lindsay, who is marrying Jake someday.
Yeah.
That's the one Lindsay we're talking about. Lindsay, also the one in the Jean Shorts video, First Dates with Jake.
When I wear the hospital gown shirt.
Yes, infamously. Lindsay went with Isaac, like, which was funny because Lindsay's like 28 and Isaac's 20. It's so funny. It's like, yeah, Isaac's like had an extra ticket, taking Lindsay. And
everyone's like, Isaac, okay.
Yeah, okay, Isaac. Yeah. Like came to dinner with them. Like, oh, they're like, hey, Isaac.
Everyone's giving Isaac the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, you've always kind of had a thing for like hot 28-year-olds. Yeah, that's kind of, you've always dated them.
You've always said, I want to date my babysitter someday. Like, so he's there, like they go with your sister and her boyfriend, like to their seats because they all got tickets from Trey, whatever. And they had orchestra seats. So they're like, oh, that must be up top, balcony, whatever. So they're up there in their seats and the show starts. You're doing your thing. And apparently there's some girls behind them just like talking very loudly, like not respecting you at all. And apparently Lindsay just wasn't having
full 180
whatsoever. Yeah. Turned straight around. And Isaac said it was the rudest shh he's ever heard in his life. I tried to have him reenact it. It didn't sound that rude to me, but it was just like a very shh. And apparently the girl behind her goes, oh, really?
Oh, really?
And Lindsay goes, yes, really.
We know him.
This is his roommate and his sister. Okay. Yeah. Like, and I think they kind of respected him, but the funniest part about it was their orchestra tickets. The orchestra is like the main level,
bottom level.
And so halfway through Jake's set, these people come up and they're like, I think you're in our seats. Yeah. And so Lindsay has to stand up and go down and like miss part of Jake's set.
A completely different section.
Yeah.
But that's a good friend right there. Someone to come to bat for you in
Absolutely.
the balcony. Yeah, it was awesome.
Not afraid to be like, this is a huge moment for him.
You shush up now.
Yeah. Shut up and listen and laugh. So
Isaac said he was like glad she shushed, like it needed to happen. But he's like, I would never in a million years shush strangers. And Lindsay just in 5 seconds just went for it.
Why not? You know?
Yeah, it was great.
Go for it, Lindsay. So yeah, the whole thing was awesome. I'm sure your perspective of it was, just amazing.
It was just fun. It was just cool to feel like I had my friends' support and like something that meant a lot to me anyway. Yeah. It was nice. And
we had a tunnel for you at the end.
That was cool.
Jake was taking pictures and then we were all kind of waiting for him.
It was awesome. There was an actual tunnel of just like 25 friends. And it was overwhelming. I got through the tunnel and I was just looking around. I was like, I know you. I know everyone in here. This is awesome. I know all of you guys. This is so cool.
People like Ghostrunners people were like, we're missing our meet and greet with Trey to talk to you guys, but it's worth it. I was like, oh yeah. Don't worry about Trey.
This is my wife, Gavin.
Yeah. It was fun. Like a couple like really big ghosties were like, I was like, like this is everyone from the podcast right here. Basically like that's Gunnar, that's Peter, that's Isaac.
That's Harrison.
That's Isaac's parents. Yeah. That's Harrison. Like, whatever, like all these different people right there in the room, just pointing them all out.
It was fun.
That's pickleball Rachel, so,
Top Golf Rachel. Or I guess both.
Yeah. What are we call? We're calling Top Golf TGR.
TGR.
Anyway.
What's that? TJR.
TG. Oh yeah.
What is that?
SATURDAY night. SATURDAY night.
I had it so off. I thought it was the same 3 letters. Anyway, fun night. The guy that I tried to do crowd work with, it was the worst guy I've ever interacted with ever on stage.
Really?
So,
and honestly, I think you did just fine with it. If that's the worst you ever interacted with.
Yeah, I think it turned out fine. I kind of just had to make fun of him, which is not normally what I would like to do.
He kind of looked familiar to me, but I don't know why. But
he just wouldn't. Nothing that crazy happened. I would just ask him questions, and it wasn't just like he was giving me bad answers. He would give me no answer.
Yeah.
And I would kind of I would say a couple funny things. I was like, all right, Kyle, I stalled for you. What do you got for me?
Right.
He'd say, I still don't know.
Yeah.
Like, really? This guy's got nothing. This guy can't get
17 years he'd been married, and you're like, what's the secret?
And he's like, I don't know.
And you're like saying some stuff, blah, blah. You're like, okay, did I stall enough? Like,
all
what's
right, now what do you got? I don't know.
Just say anything, man.
Yeah, I was like, Kyle, you're giving me a lot to work with. This is fun. Yeah. I think I enjoy it. I think the audience enjoys it. This is good for both of us.
He was a dermatologist.
He's a dermatologist.
And you made some funny jokes about that. Like, I think you brought it back to that.
I did.
Speaking of,
speaking of skin.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Because you were talking about something.
Yeah.
PDA or I don't know what you said.
But then Stacy, the one we pulled up on stage, she made up for everything that Kyle lacked.
Oh, that was great.
She had like restless leg syndrome or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Rank her on the scale of like best to worst. Because I didn't know if you guys were hating it or loving it.
No, it's what makes it memorable. There were moments where I was like, she is going to like sexually assault one of us. But for the most part, I was like, this is fun. Everyone's loving her. She's loving it. She's giving us stuff to work with. But she was just like I mean, she was just pretty drunk, I think. She was just like having a super fun time. And it was like, we were in her living room. She just felt so at home.
Yeah.
Just like, I'm going to turn around, like Jake is singing to me. I'm going to turn around and have a personal conversation with Trey. Like I'm in the middle of singing. I'm like, Stacey, turn around.
That was great. That was the funniest part is when you say, stop and look at me. And you just like,
it's like eye contact.
You got like on her, like facial level and just started singing directly to her again. That was my favorite part, maybe of the whole night.
Thanks, dude. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Anyway, it was a good show. So fun. Just a great night just for comedy. It was just like a loud auditorium. It was fun. It was packed. And then the next night was very interesting. It was almost the opposite. It was in Graceland, which is like a very touristy spot of Memphis where like people from Memphis
is that a city?
I think, yeah, technically it is.
I've been to Graceland, like the house.
Yeah.
It's like its own place, like its own.
Yes, I think it's like a suburb.
Okay.
I think. I'm still trying to figure it out. But
okay.
Anyway, I think it's just like a weird part of town. Like almost all these venues we do are like downtown. There's bars nearby. There's stuff to do. This is like, okay, if you're going all the way to Graceland, you're not doing anything else the rest of the night.
Okay.
So it was like our lowest selling venue of anything. So it's just like a lot. Now I will say that it was kind of unique. Like it was like a conference center. So it was like they only put out enough chairs for everyone. So it didn't feel half full.
Okay.
But it was half full, if that makes sense. So just like a lot quieter than what we were used to.
A conference center. So it was like a manufactured stage. Like it wasn't always there. It could be moved away.
Correct.
Oh,
but the audio visual was impressive. 2 huge screens side stage that like displayed us, like had us video like live streamed the whole time.
Yeah.
It was like I was performing at Arrowhead Stadium.
It's like you're giving a keynote speech.
yeah. It was like a TED talk.
Yeah.
Like I think everyone could see me pretty okay from where they're at, but that made it special. But the interesting thing about Memphis was maybe it was just quieter, but I feel like even once there was a new standard, okay, this is gonna be a little quieter of a show, that's fine. I wish what had happened in Memphis had happened in Kansas City because I was doing so much fun stuff with the crowd. No love from the Memphis Knights.
Like what? Memphonians is what
Memphonians. Just having a lot of fun with like this husband and wife in the front row. He said he's retired. I said, well, how did you get your money? How are you in the front row? He points to his wife. I was like, oh, you got yourself a sugar mama. Like, what does she do for a living? And she says, FedEx. I was like, are you the president? And then I'm yelling off stage. I'm telling Trey I'm quitting. I'm going to FedEx, whatever. And then I bring that back later in the show. But then this is very interesting. I genuinely would like to know anyone is fair game to give me advice on what this means.
Okay.
Culturally. I'm about a third of the way into my set and this guy is walking.
About a third of the way through.
This guy is walking very slowly to his seats, which are front and center. So walking in front of everyone. Which you talked about it last week where you're like, when the microphone's cutting out, it's like, do I address this? Is this distracting enough? This is one of those things like, this is distracting enough. I need to address it because he's walking so slow. This guy's wearing a hat very low. He's wearing like big, like aviator sunglasses. He's got like a buff on. It's like a face mask and black hair about 18 inches long. So this looks like interesting. He's a unique looking character.
Okay.
And I go,
does he look like a rock star?
Yes, kind of a little bit.
Okay.
So first I said like, nice of you to join us. Thank you for coming. Just like an easy joke. Everyone's like, whatever. And I was like, I had no idea Howard Stern was going to be here tonight. He was like the first person I could think of that matched that identity.
Fun fact, I think I saw Howard Stern one time in Memphis.
Oh.
Yeah, genuinely.
Maybe it was. He definitely seemed like a guy who wanted to like hide his identity.
He looked like he was getting on a tour bus though when I saw him in Memphis. Okay. So I don't think he lives there. But also not positive it was Howard Stern.
Don't know who it was. Okay, so I'm not kidding. As soon as I say the Howard Stern line, it was like we had it choreographed and this is all part of it. He pulls out of it very quickly. He reaches into his pocket and lunges his arm at me. So I'm like, what is about to go down? He throws 4 guitar picks at me on stage. And I can't even emphasize enough how quickly this happened. Nice of Howard Stern to join us. Boom, guitar picks are at my feet. I don't know what they were for. I thought he threw dice at me. I thought he threw food at me. I was like, what is this?
What?
I look and I'm like, okay, if you guys can't see, Howard Stern just threw 4 guitar picks at me. I don't know what that means. Like, is that a Memphis thing? Like, do you accept me now? It's just like, welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome to Memphis. Here's 4 guitar picks.
You sprinkle rendezvous ribs and guitar picks from Johnny Cash's Sun Studios.
Yeah, I just had like a Memphis communion right now. You've been blessed. You may carry on.
BB King blesses you. Be off.
So that was interesting. So I tried to make jokes about that. Kind of like what I was saying now, where it's like, this feels like a weird word problem. Like a guy, his hair is 18 inches. He's 10 minutes late.
Yeah.
Throws 4 guitar picks at you.
He has 2 lenses in his aviator glasses. What?
How many feet away is he allowed to a playground? I didn't say that.
Was it Slash from Guns N' Roses?
That was the name I was trying to think of because that's who he looked like too. And I was like, ooh, Memphis, this would be good, but I couldn't think of it. I was like, Stash? No, it's not Stash. It's Splash? What is his name?
I doubt it's
I'm going to say
Splash.
Howard Stern.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was just like a very unique thing that I didn't really say anything that funny about. I was just very thrown off. I'm like, wow. No one is really laughing. No one. I think no one knows what to think about this. Anyway, about 2/3 of the way through my set, and I'm talking about this time where I went to Las Vegas. And I'm like, the first time going to Las Vegas was very eye-opening to me. I had no idea what was happening. The women there were throwing a lot of things at me, and it was a lot more than guitar picks. So silent.
You're like, come on, guys.
I was like, I made that up from the guitar pick thing earlier.
Yeah.
Is this thing on? Can you guys hear me?
Maybe because he threw the guitar picks at you so quickly, they thought it was all planned. But even then,
I was just like, okay, I think Kansas City would have appreciated this. I just made this up, but all right. So there was just a few of those moments where I was like, okay, that's fine. We're going to power through. Yeah. I think you guys don't know that I'm improvising this. I don't know how to make it more obvious.
Oh man. If you were at the Memphis show, please, if you know who that guy was, let us know.
And just let me know what that means. 4 guitar picks instantly at my feet while performing comedy.
Oh, it was 4? I thought it was 3.
It was 4.
Oh, never mind. Okay. I had a theory, but I'm just kidding.
Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Never mind. 4. What kind of picks were they?
I couldn't tell.
They have turtles on them? Dunlop?
Could have been Dunlop.
Yeah, I like Dunlop.
Dunlops are nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was special. And then,
what a weird. The first time anybody's ever thrown anything on stage for you.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. You always think it's gonna be a woman's bra, not Howard Stern's guitar picks.
Not guns, not roses, but guitar pick from
Splash.
Guns N' Roses. Yeah, from Splash.
After that show, we received some gifts, Brad.
Oh yeah,
you wanted to see them?
Please.
She said, "I know how much Brad loves wearing like merchandise from random colleges, so I got you something."
Oh,
and I was like, "Well, I don't know if it's like he likes wearing random colleges. It's like he likes they're like Nike Dry Fit."
No, that's fine.
Okay. No, you like niche colleges. That's your thing. Anyway, she got us each these t-shirts.
Pickle? What is this? Okay, it says, "Fear the Okra, Delta State University." All right.
Let's go, Delta State.
Let's go, DSU.
Let's go, Okras.
Let's do this, SU.
Fight them.
Yeah, I'll wear this. Thank you.
I forget her name. I'm so sorry. She was a very sweet woman.
This is cool. Fear the Okra?
Fear the Okra.
I've never had a shirt that's even close to that.
Then she
got a picture.
Gave me I don't know what we have in here. 5 double-decker oatmeal cream pies.
Double-decker?
Oh, yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah, Delta.
How do you think they came up with that?
Now, why do you think they came up with that name? So she gave me all that. And then I forgot about this. This is just in the bag already. Someone else was like, "Can we get a picture with you?" And then they're like, "We have a Polaroid." I was like, "Oh, I'm honored. That's expensive." And we took a picture of the Polaroid, and then they're like, "Here, you have it." Oh, thank you.
So there it is.
So this is me and them.
Let's see.
It's just me and them.
Which
Honestly,
one's you?
I'm in the middle.
You look good.
The dimples are out to play in that pic. It looks good.
It does.
I'm glad I have it.
I can imagine what you look like as a kid in that picture for some reason.
30 years ago when I knew Mark McGuire.
Mark Daniels.
Mark Daniels.
Shout out. Daniels.
So
are these all the same people?
That was all the same. Or no, wait.
Fear the Okra.
Polaroid is different. The rest is all one woman.
Oh, that's fun.
Who listens to the Ghostrunners. And I forgot her name, but I'm sorry.
Thank you. Also, I got another shirt. I'm going to, Julie Belty, just if you're listening, I'm going to wear that shirt someday. So don't think I haven't gotten it. I just keep forgetting to wear it.
Can't wait.
It's pretty cool.
Can't wait.
I don't know if it's Fear the Okra cool, but.
Anyway, Memphis was cool. Memphis was fun. And then lastly was the Springfield Show, which is very cool. Kind of equally similar to Kansas City, where I was like a little nervous. My family's here. My grandparents are here. All 4 were able to come. A lot of good friends from college there, friends from high school there. So it was just fun. Fun interaction with the crowd that night. I'm talking to guy Brian. And I say, "Brian, what do you say? Oh, the key to marriage." And he said, "Just having more kids." Something like that. I was like, okay, nice. So I cracked a couple jokes about that. And then I was like, you know what? Should I ask? Yeah, I should ask. Okay, Brian, I got to ask, how many kids do you have?
He sets it up.
I'm so glad I asked. Because I'm like, you say it's the key to marriage. How many kids do you have? 1. Brian, that's not good.
You seem like you're not, because was he young?
He was bald. You tell me.
Eli McDonald.
Yeah, he's young. Anyway, so that was just another one of those instances. This is a walking punchline. I don't even have to say anything. This is just so funny. This worked out great for me. The key to marriage, and you're doing it very slowly. I was throwing out the transitive property. I was like, "Brian, I don't know if you're familiar with transitive property, but it's not looking good for you as far as your marriage goes.
A plus B not equal C."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Brian. That's. I don't know. Ask me another question really quickly, and I want to see if I can answer it, because that's kind of a hard question.
I think people get put on the spot and they just say anything. So
ask me something similar.
Okay, Brad, what was the best moment dating Catherine?
That's tough.
Yeah.
Best moment dating Catherine was when we went on a slip and slide
Oh,
on a date.
okay.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if that's really the right answer, but that was the one I could think of.
Yeah.
That is kind of hard.
Yeah, no, I get it. And I think it's somewhat purposeful. I don't want them to have an easy question where they know the answer. I want them to say something where like, I shouldn't have said that.
Like, Jake, what is the key to being a comedian?
Oh, likability. Boom.
Likability.
Give me something hard to sell. You sell those 2 printers already, Dwight? Child's
play. Jake, what is the key to being a good comedian?
Oh, being funnier than the guy before you.
There you go.
I don't know. Yeah, that's not a good answer. It's hard.
It is tough. Okay, but Springfield.
Yeah, I'll wrap it up. Basically, it was just cool. It was a cool moment for me, just extra sentimental. My grandparents were able to see me. Because I'm already thankful that I have all 4 grandparents still alive. I'm glad they were able to see this before they pass away. This really cool moment in my life. So it was fun. Afterwards, my grandma, sweet grandma, goes, Jake, when did you get singing lessons? I was like, when am I going to, or when did I? She goes, no, you were so good up there. And I was like, Trey? Or she said, no, you at the end when you went up there.
She doesn't realize which one's which. No.
And I was like, oh, thank you. So
that's too good.
It was sweet. It's just like, it's kind of beautiful. Like her eyes, like she's so jaded. She's like, Jake is the best. Anything he does is amazing.
Right.
He can sing great.
Like you are just incredible up there.
No wonder your initials are JT.
That's right.
Justin Timberlake up there.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I feel that way. Sometimes I'll like, somebody will perform a song at church and it was fine. Like you did
I didn't throw any guitar picks at him.
But you should, some of the old people come up like,
wow.
That was incredible. My grandma being one of them, like which I appreciate that about. Maybe that's what happens when you get older is
the bar is low.
Appreciate maybe it's lower, or maybe you just appreciate things more, which I guess maybe is because you have a lower bar, but like you just appreciate the fact that your grandson's singing no matter what it sounds like.
He's up there singing.
He's doing it.
Yeah.
You are more confident up there. It seems like
singing.
Yeah.
I think there's almost like the key to singing,
nice.
Brad, I know you're
Very
wondering,
good.
is if part of the shtick is singing poorly, then you don't even have to think about how you sound. It's just like, what is something that rhymes with this? What is something that rhymes with this? And then you're like, oh yeah. Oh, people are laughing because I'm singing bad. Oh, right. I forgot about that. I'm just singing normally.
Right.
It's nice to not have to worry about hitting a certain note.
Oh, your first 2 notes, Catherine. Sorry, busting up laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried to make the first 2 a little like
Tracy. Or whatever her name was.
Yeah.
It was great, man. So
only other things about that show were the ushers afterwards don't like them. Very
Springfield
rude.
ushers. They're
Springfield ushers. You guys can know the stereotype.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, like trying to kick out my family, trying to kick out my friends, like people I have not seen since high school. They're like, hey, we got to go. We got to go.
Like, what is so important?
And I don't know how much pull I have here, but I'm just like, hey, is it okay if they stay? I haven't seen them in 10 years. They came to my show. Like, but I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just trying to generally like, maybe they don't understand the situation. Like these people want to see me. I want to see them. You're not doing me a favor. If you think you're doing me a favor, no, I want to see these people.
Right.
I sit understand. And they kept, it was very frustrating actually.
And like, well, I don't know about all these venues, but like the one in Kansas City, like that hosts concerts all the time. I think Nelly was literally either the day after or the day before.
No way.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
No, seriously. And so like concerts are way longer than whatever you guys do. 2 hours.
There's no setup. There's no teardown. There's no production value. We do nothing.
Like, don't act like, it's 10:30. Like my crew has to get home. They're used to getting home by 10:45 guys. Come on, let's get out of here.
All of Nelly's.
It's like, there's no way. Yeah. Compared to the Nelly show the next day. So
it was a little frustrating, but it was cool because I was kind of sharing this with the people afterwards. And tour manager Tom was like, dude, I didn't know that was happening. Next time, if that ever happens, you give me a call. I'll take care of it. I was like, dude, thanks, Tom. That's awesome. That's cool. That's what you're here for.
I want him to take care of it.
I want to see what taking care of it looks like. Me too. Just Tom against the ushers.
Yeah.
Just, I think, fist out, just helicoptering. It's physical combat. Bring it on.
Yeah. Playing, what's it called? What's the game where you lock arms and then Red Rover.
Red Rover.
He's playing Red Rover against
Solo Rover.
Red Rover, like I just imagine him having a Northeastern accent. I know he probably does. Red Rover. Send Clarence right over. Come on over here, Usher Clarence.
One at a time.
Come on.
Sorry, I'm texting Isaac back.
Y'all need anything from Sonic? No.
I'll take a strawberry lemonade. Please.
Good. Easy ice?
He knows.
Does he?
Hopefully he knows.
He knows.
We'll see.
He knows.
One last thing. This is a unique thing, not about the show, but about the pre-show bathroom break. I flushed the toilet and I start to notice it's going down. We're good. Toilet is flushing. Okay, good. We cleared it. Toilet is flushing. Toilet's still flushing. I sat on the toilet, like I'd say 10 seconds go by. I'm like, this is a long time. When is it going to stop flushing? Pretty good power. Like I'm in the splash zone. We're getting some sprinks upwards.
Sure.
I mean, 20 seconds go by. At this point, I'm looking around as if I'm going to MacGyver my way out of the situation. Like, what do I have nearby? Like, obviously none of this is helpful. I keep looking around. It keeps flushing. I bet it went on for 3 minutes. It was a weird feeling to just,
but then it stopped?
And then it finally stopped. I'm just sitting on the toilet, just being like, what do I do? Have I broken this?
Why didn't you didn't stand up because you were worried it was going to splash too much?
No, like it wasn't a sensor. I had to manually flush it anyway.
No, I know, but then why didn't you just stand up?
I wasn't done yet. Courtesy flush.
Sorry.
So I'm just sitting there, like, kind of waiting for it to be done so I could carry on. It was just like a weird thing. It's just beware. There are toilets out there that exist.
This is Springfield?
This is Springfield.
Springfield's sketchy.
Bad ushers, bad toilets.
I don't know what to think about that place, man.
It was a weird sensation to be in. Where it's just so loud. It's just like I can't do anything about this. This is funny. This is weird.
I don't know what to do. Yeah.
Yeah, it's guitar pick.
How has it been lately? Have you had many of your own like rooms? Like dressing rooms and stuff?
Oh, gotcha. No, recently it's been smaller. Like Trey gets his own, me, Lucas, Allen, on
the
our
boys.
Own. The boys. It's been fun. I haven't uploaded this to Patreon yet, just because it's like one of those, like, I don't know if this is going to be funny to everyone else, but before our last show in Springfield, we're like, Alan, what if we have you say a little something before the show, like off stage, like, thank you all for coming. So excited you guys are here tonight. Make some noise if you're excited. Just like so boring, so basic, just like 2 to 3 sentences. So we're trying to brainstorm what Alan's going to say. This goes on for 2 or 3 minutes, and we have not concluded what we're saying yet. And it's so funny how like genuinely picky everyone's being. So I was like, this is hilarious. So after 2 or 3 minutes, then I start recording for a Patreon video. And then another 5 minutes go by of everyone like, all right, why don't we try this? Thank you all for coming. Make some noise if you're excited. Alan's like, I think I'd rather say make some noise at the end of the sentence. So like, all right, let's try this. Let's try this. So yeah, it's a pretty boring video, but it's funny just imagine like comedians backstage. We cannot decide on just like.
Just being so meticulous.
It does not matter. No one's even paying attention to this.
No one is thinking twice about anything you just said. Like, I will say that I think that you guys should have, I told you this already, but like have more of an intro, which is funny that we kind of talked about it already, like last week. About,
yes.
That. So
should we do shout outs? That was going to be one of my shout outs.
That was going to be one of my shout outs.
Let's talk about the people.
Let's give some shout outs. Shout out, first of all, go ahead.
Well, I don't have it pulled up yet, so I'll do my.
Okay, I give a shout out.
Okay.
Shout out to Terry. You guys know him.
Bag it up, Terry.
We all love him. I sold Terry some cedar wood the other day, and I was just trying to get rid of, not rid of it, but I was trying to sell it for a good price. So price was $250 for the cedar wood. I go deliver to his house, and he counts out 100, 200, 300. And I go, oh, Terry, actually it's supposed to just be 250. He goes, I know what it is, but this is my hobby. This is your living. So
wow.
I said, that was awesome. Thank you, Terry.
Terry.
So shout out to Terry for giving me $50 extra. He's a nice guy. He lives right down, like literally less than a mile away from me, but it's in this place called Black Swan Estates. Okay. And it's like this other city that I've never even like, it's like this other world. A couple of different ghosties actually live there. And yeah, I don't know what to think of this place, but it was awesome getting to meet him and getting $50 extra from him. So thanks, Terry.
Let's go, Terry.
Yeah. Shout out.
Yeah. So shout out to our Ghostrunners listeners, the people who commented potential introductory lines for me to enter the stage with. They were hilarious.
I have a few written down.
Okay. I'll say some and you capture the ones I miss.
Okay.
Please welcome to the stage. This is from Ashley McCall. Please welcome to the stage, Macklemore's second cousin, Jake Triplett.
Yeah, that was what. Yeah.
Andy Johnson's rattled off a few. He just burned down the last remaining Blockbuster. This one's funny too.
Yeah.
He has one glass eye, but forgot to bring it with him. Give it up for Jake Triplett.
That's a good one.
That's perfect.
I mean, just imagine you walking up on the stage, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next comedian to the stage. He has one glass eye, but forgot to bring it with him. Jake Triplett.
Andy also said, welcome our next comedian to the stage. This is his first time ever wearing shoes. You're going to love him. Jake Triplett.
You just kind of walk out weird.
Like, whoa.
Okay.
Like when you put socks on a dog and they're just kind of hopping up. Whoa. I don't like this. Sturcules said, his comedy idols are Shaquille O'Neal and Betty White. Please welcome to the stage. That was a good one.
Yep.
Janelle Beniel had some good ones. Kelsey Friend. Oh, who we'll get to. She gave us gifts as well.
Oh,
Kelsey Friend said he loves splunking and collecting buttons. which is fun.
I like, let me read a few.
Okay.
Elijah Beer said, he screams in terror when he hears the ice cream truck go by. Jake Triplett. You got to try some of these.
Please welcome to the stage. He doesn't know what gets snipped in a vasectomy.
He's like, oh, you're like walking out. Oh,
ooh, snip, snap.
Arlene Thompson, she said, all right, please welcome to the next comedian to the stage. He gives out free piggyback rides after each show. Everyone give it up for Jake Triplett.
I would not want to do that.
Yeah, Tracy would be too excited about it.
Let's see. Oh, this was good. Olivia Guthrie. He's had a one-night stand with a golden retriever. Everyone's so funny.
No, this one, I like this one. Emma Keenly said, whatever. Our next comedian to the stage, please welcome. He was sponsored by his hometown gospel choir. Please welcome Jake Triplett. I love the idea of that. And then Janelle Bunyel was the last one I had written down.
Go for it.
Two of them were really funny to me. First one was, let's imagine it. So next comedian to the stage, give it up. He once set a world record on a pogo stick, but it wasn't for what you think. Give it up for Jake Triplett.
That's so funny.
And then the last one I think was this one made me laugh out loud. Please welcome our next comedian to the stage. His last Google search was, what would a chair look like if knees bent the other way? Give it up for Jake Triplett. Like, that's just the most random,
that was great,
funny thing I've ever heard. So
Leanne had to go with too. I like this one great because it's not really an inside joke. It was like she brought something to our attention. Welcome to the stage. This next comedian, all of his friends bump into shelves.
Yeah, what was that?
Every time like Isaac or anyone comes on here, I feel like they always bump into that shelf behind you, like 100% of the time, but we've never really talked about it.
That's good, yeah.
So Leanne, good. So just you guys are hilarious. You always deliver. Appreciate all the funny words. Brad, another shout out?
Oh yeah, I got a shout out to Luke Hoagland of lukehoagland.com. Luke Hoagland just recently this week made me the official cutting board person for his gifts. So whenever he gives out a home gift, so if you're ever interested in getting a mortgage from lukehoagland.com, you would also be getting a gift of a Ellis Custom Creations cutting board.
I didn't know the mortgage lenders gave gifts. I was expecting to get one from Peter perhaps. I feel like that was pretty normal.
Uh-huh.
Didn't know. I mean, that's a lukehoagland.com special there. Bending over backwards.
That's right.
With Ellis Custom Gifts.
So you will get a custom cutting board. You will not actually. He said he's going to give you something else because he doesn't think you're going to be doing too much cutting in the kitchen.
Luke, do not give me a cutting board.
But most people, if you get something from lukehoagland.com, get a house, get a cutting board. So
get a house, throw in the cutting board.
Yeah, you'd be supporting 2 local businesses with that. So shout out to Luke Hoagland.
I'd like to give a shout out to 2 specific girls. And by specific, I don't remember their names, but you know who you are. They were wearing our old-timey microphone merch. Yep. They were at our basketball game. Really sweet women. They're great. I'm so sorry I don't remember names. But, what do you got there?
My next shout out.
Okay, sick. They had really kind words to say afterwards, but it was like a little different than what other people said. Like
heartfelt.
Yeah, extra heartfelt.
Which is not different. Sorry, that's not the thing.
It was just different. Like really, I don't know. I just really resonated with what she was saying. Basically, she said, which people tell us this pretty often, but like the community around Ghostrunners is so cool. It's so fun. She was just like, it's just crazy. Like I am so attracted to being around other Ghostrunners listeners. Is essentially what she was saying. She's like, anytime there's ever an event, if you do the Olympiad, if you do anything else, another basketball game, anything, you do a poetry reading and Ghostrunners fans are going to be there. I want to be there too. It's just so fun. I love wearing your shirts out in public. I love when people come up and talk to you about it. Everyone is so nice and so fun. Like it's crazy the community you've built. I'm like, I don't know if we can take credit for that. It doesn't feel like we've built it, at least not purposefully in a certain way.
Right.
But I was like, that is so cool to hear. That's like, I don't know. It's just fun.
Yeah.
Among other things.
It was a very sweet.
Yeah.
She shared that with me too. And it was like, you could tell she really meant it too.
Yeah. It was very well spoken. She said it a lot better than I did, but I was like, dang, I hope I don't forget that.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. And it's cool. Yeah. Just to see how it goes past us, man. It's more than us, bro. Okay. My next shout out is from Mrs. Fluent's class in Wilbur, Nebraska.
Oh, Morgan Fluent.
Morgan Fluent.
Yes, I met her in Lincoln.
Yes.
And she was like, I had all my 3rd graders make you stuff today, but they didn't get it done.
Yes.
I was like, so you didn't just want to like, all right, that's good enough. I'll just take what you have. She's like, no, I want them to be done with it.
If this is what it takes to do it in 2 days, I want to know what it took in 1 day. I'm just kidding. No, Mrs. Fluent, I'm just going to read some of these and I'll probably do an extended read on the Patreon.
Oh, sure.
Because she has a lot of students in her class. But just a few of these. Yeah. So like basically they wrote us notes, like letters for the Ghostrunners.
Morgan was, Miss Fluent was telling me, she's like, you guys are like celebrities in my classroom. She's like, I play a lot of your stuff in the class. She's like, what segment? Oh, she said the Instagram.
I know exactly which ones she played because they all say the same thing.
Oh, really? Is it the octopus one?
Wait, octopus one?
There was some Instagram clip that we uploaded where I was like, I'm pretty sure an octopus can fit through a quarter-sized hole. I don't remember the jokes we said, but I remember editing that.
Yeah.
And whatever that is on Instagram, she said her kids love it.
Oh, really?
I was like, cool, thanks.
No, it's the exploding ball one. They all love that one.
Exploding ball.
The one where you're by the campfire.
The one that Catherine also loves.
Yes.
Cool.
So Catherine loves the same things as third graders. So this one's from Anna. It says, hello, Jake and Brad. I really love your vids. Keep up your good work. Make people laugh. LAHFE. Laugh.
Oh, it's probably an acronym.
From Anna.
Thank
This
you, Anna.
one, KC Chiefs. Jake and Brad, exploding and Laffy Taffy jokes.
I like that.
Yeah, doesn't even sign it. Doesn't even sign it.
Oh, we can't shout him out.
Yeah. I'll just read a few more here. Jake and Brad, I love the exploding video.
That's
VIDOE. Vidoe. Nice Ghostrunner though.
That is a nice Ghostrunner. This is awesome.
By the way, this is what I think we should decorate our next studio. I'm serious. KC, I like when you exploding. I like when you DULDJOYS. Duljoys.
Dilljoys, yeah.
Duljoys.
Dilljoys.
And then one more from Lizzie here.
This is what you want to design our studio with?
100%. We frame it. Yeah.
What is that in the center?
What? Oh, give me a break. Get your head out of the gutter.
Give me a break. That's a fun phrase. Give me a break.
I heart your Laffy Taffy videos. Laffy Taffy says, why did the lady get fired from the calendar factory?
How come?
She was out of date. What does that even mean?
Give me a break.
Give me a break. All right. But anyway, shout out to Mrs. Fluid's class for the amazing things. I will read the rest of them.
Dang, that's awesome.
Kids say the darndest things.
My last shout out goes to Kelsey Friend, Kelsey Gillespie. She was a SBU Lick and Bearcat with me, although we didn't know each other super well. We just worked at a concession stand together one time, but she was at the Springfield Show, and which post Springfield Show was a little stressful for the people pleaser in me. Not only were the ushers on my hiney all night, but also I obviously want to spend this time with my family and my parents, but also there's people who want to meet me. There's high school friends. There's like some of my best friends from college who I haven't seen in a couple years are there. Lewis Davis, Jay Wheels.
Jay Wheels?
Jay Wheels.
Jay Wheels' his real name?
Jessica Wheeler. That was her maiden name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Jay Wheels.
Jay Wheels.
I thought Jay was a guy's first name. Jay Wheels?
Yeah.
Fastest kid. You know, you put him in, like, he's like the kid in backyard baseball you only put into pinch run. Jay Wheels.
Jay Wheels is pretty quick, though.
Okay.
Quick soccer player.
Good for her.
But yeah, Whitney Coates, it's just, you know, the whole crew from college was
Good
there.
for them.
And amidst all that, then there's just everything, family, the ushers, whatever.
Yeah.
But amidst all that, Kelsey Fred's like, hey, I'm like, oh my gosh, Kelsey, good to see you. She's like, I brought you this huge box. It got confiscated. I don't know where it's at. I think someone is going to give it to Trey at some point. I'm happy to say I did end up in my bunk that night. Didn't know it was in my bunk. I crawl in bed, kind of throw myself in bed. I'm like, ouchie. There's a big old box in here.
That hurt.
A ton of stuff. There's gifts for Bo and Hattie. I think this is Hattie's gift.
No way. This is for us?
Wizard de Baz.
Oh my gosh. It's a Wizard of Oz pop-up book. I can't tell you how much Hattie's going to love this.
It pops up all right.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
And it twirls.
Oh my gosh. Catherine is going to die. Hattie's going to die. Everyone's going to love this, guys.
I think you don't need to get the golden retriever for Christmas now. You just hang on to this until Christmas.
Dude,
this is the gift.
She's going, you have no idea, Kelsey, how much she's going to love this. Thank you. Wow. Okay.
Next from Kelsey.
Oh,
hats.
Lots of hats. What kind of, did she explain them? I guess not, because they got confiscated.
There might be a card. I'm not sure. Here we have Bo's gift. I've not unwrapped it.
Oh, fun.
Maybe you can let Bo unwrap it. I don't know. Totally your call.
I'll let him unwrap it. It also feels like a book of some sort. But thank you. I'm sure he'll love it.
A lot of t-shirts.
A lot of tees.
Looks like they do their own fitness thing. That could be what the hats are
That's
from.
where the hats are from. Friend Fitness. Mine's in XL. What's that supposed to mean? You know, normally wear double X, but I guess they're pushing me towards, getting more fit. I'm just kidding.
These might be shirts for your whole family. There's a lot. There's 4 more.
Sweet.
We got shirts.
So many. Shout outs.
Oh, Friend Lumber Company. Brad.
What? Now we're talking. Cool.
So we got all sorts of stuff. And then there's one more thing in here.
Seriously.
Oh, there's a card too. Okay, sweet. We got our
gosh.
own Dundee Award.
No way.
Look at this. It's like an actual like guy from The Office, like with a briefcase. How about that? Huh?
What?
Put that right here on the focus, right?
Wow.
Wow. Wait, what? Okay. Here's the card now. Brad and Jake, that's us. There's a shirt in here for Cat. Wait, is this the start of the? Where's the start of the?
That's good.
Okay. There's a shirt in here for Catherine too. Share the extra hats with anyone you'd like. I know lime green isn't a trustworthy business color, but hopefully the fact that our name is friend offsets that and makes us trustworthy. Also, I know you already have a Dundee, but I bought this a long time ago before you had the other one. You both need one anyway.
That's right.
Hopefully, Hattie and Bo don't already have these books. You guys are the best. I'm going to go ahead and assume that Jake killed it at the show and said awesome and say awesome job. Ghosties forever, Kelsey.
Wow.
Nice. And then in here, oh, it's a cartoon from a newspaper about pickleball. This guy in a suit says, "Look at this, a little plastic ball with tiny holes. How fun. I'd love to play if someone was interested." Oh, Max Bratton, pickleball hustler.
That's the end of the comic strip?
I think so. I don't know if there's more. Or maybe the back is what I was supposed to see.
No, surely the pickleball thing.
Republican Party. Doyle Heine got 1,905 votes. John E. Mitchell only got 265 votes.
Johnny, why'd you even run, you loser?
You had to go against Doyle Heine. I mean,
And
you're
you
going to lose
lost?
that battle.
You lost to the
nine
Heine?
times out of 9. Look at Doyle Heine on the back. Kelsey Friend. This is so kind. This is so fun.
Wow. Thank you, Kelsey. And others.
And this says howdy. I think it was supposed to go on the book. Tape on the other side.
Perfect. I can't imagine how much she's going to love it. I'm going to try to film her reaction.
Ooh, that'll be fun. Thanks, guys. Shout out to all of you.
Shout outs to you guys up and down the river.
Let's do some currently trending.
All
Shall
right,
we?
Let's do it. Currently trending for me is iced matcha.
Matcha.
Ever heard of it? Ever had it?
I
My
know.
gosh.
It's green. I've never had it though.
I really, really like it, Jake.
More than horchata?
More than, yes, I think. I'm going to say it. I think I do.
More than horchata.
I had it the other day at the McLean's Mondays, and man, is it good. I got it with pumpkin spice in there. Isaac, you ever had matcha?
Like the green stuff?
Yeah.
That's about all I know about it.
Hey,
Okay.
that's all I knew too, is that it's green.
Real quick, can you reenact? Watch out for the shelves. Can you reenact?
Thank you, dude.
Lindsay Porter's shush.
Is that good?
I don't know.
You weren't there, but
Is
I
that
thought it was
good?
Okay. Yeah.
Lindsay, if you're listening, was that good? Lindsay, if you're listening, how was your date with Isaac?
Was it nice?
That's when you remember Isaac's 20 when he says stuff like that.
What do you mean? Don't act like you've never said it like that before.
Oh man. Of course I have. Of course I have. Anyway.
This is nice. Thanks, dude. This is nice.
This is nice.
Nice. So nice.
I really like Isaac just tripped over this like fan that's on the ground over there. Yeah, really liking matcha these days. I don't know what it is about it. Put some pumpkin spice in there and man, it is good. I don't know. It just tastes right. So just shout out to matcha.
Shout out matcha.
Or sorry, currently trending matcha.
Currently trending, yeah.
Oh, here's something. Sure, I'll do it.
Okay.
Catherine just texted me and said, "Are you going to tell the ghosties that I'm pregnant?" We're having a baby.
Hey-o!
What's up? I'm going to text her back. I just did. All caps. Yeah, guys. Catherine is pregnant once again.
With a child.
With child.
Pregnant with emotion.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on telling you this week, but here we are.
It's that time.
Here's a fun fact. I actually
Currently
was
trending pregnancy.
currently trending Catherine's fetus. Let's try to think of
What's the right word here?
Yeah. The fun thing was that I was really, this is fun. Look at Leslie Nope on the screen. This is what Catherine just sent me back. She's so fun, guys. She's so cool. She knows how to do gifts. So I was actually going to wait and tell Jake on the podcast. Like that was going to be the fun thing is that yeah, Catherine's been pregnant. I don't know how far along she is. I'm sorry. I think she's like 17 weeks, maybe.
I don't know.
I'm terrible at that stuff. We're doing April. So
30 years ago.
we're doing April, and I was gonna tell Jake I don't know 4 or 5 weeks ago on the podcast that we were pregnant, And
To give you one guess who screwed it up.
I'll give you a hint. He just goes, nice. We were in a bind and we needed somebody to watch our kids for like an hour when we went to the doctor. And so we asked Isaac, and I think I told Catherine, like, hey, just tell Isaac, like, don't tell anybody or whatever. And I don't think she communicated it super well, not to tell you, but she's like, hey, just don't, like, not very many people know about it or whatever. And he comes home and basically told you, right?
It was like, he said that he'd just been watching Hattie and Bo. And I was like, oh, what for? He's like, oh, Catherine had some like doctor's appointment. I think Brad went with her. And me, obviously, like, I'm so in the dark. I did not know anything, but I made some comment. I was like, oh, good for them. Like, I just some like dumb comment. But I think from Isaac's perspective, he's like, oh, Jake knows. That's why he said good for them. He knows. So he's like,
or like, oh, he figured it out. I think.
Oh, he solved it, which I think I was just like eating, not paying attention. Oh, doctors. Hey, good for them. That's fun. I was not putting it together. And then Isaac's like, so I guess you know. I was like, what? He's like, they're pregnant. I was like, what?
And then I felt bad. He's like, yeah, I told Jake. And I was like, dude, now I felt bad. Like Jake didn't know. Like I didn't tell Jake myself. So I was like, oh, I feel bad for whatever, you know.
Hey, third kid.
It is kind of like that thing. like the first one, like we did not a gender reveal, but kind of like, you know, we like put a little girl's shoe in a piñata whenever we hit it, or, you know, and all this different stuff. And now it's just like with my parents, I was like, yeah, Catherine hasn't been feeling well because she's pregnant. And my mom was like, what?
You're like, yeah, also you got to try matcha.
Yeah, but matcha, Mom. I mean, come on. Anyway, yeah, just shout out to Catherine, currently trending, whatever it is we're doing.
Motherhood.
Here. Yeah, I'm just really excited. We're considering not finding out gender. We're thinking about it.
What a wild ride.
I know.
You guys are zany.
I know. So we've had kids during that time of year already in both genders, so might as well not figure out, and we'll be okay. Like, because a lot of things like, oh, I don't know if it's a boy or girl, and they're going to be born in the winter, and we're not going to have winter clothes for them. If
okay, I was about to ask why you brought the seasons into it.
Yeah. So we've had a
we're
May
hoping for a Capricorn again.
We got a March girl, a May boy. So no matter what, they'll have clothes for the right seasons and everything.
Thought we were going horoscope there. Boy or girl, she'll be a Pisces. Thank God. Right. So it doesn't matter.
That's right. Here.
That same week that Isaac spilled the beans, my other roommate Harrison also spilled the beans. I won't say about who, because it doesn't seem like it's our place to.
He also spilled the beans to me. I think he kind of enjoyed spilling the beans.
I think he likes beans.
Yeah. He's like, wait, you know, right? Like, and I'm like, no.
And what's funny is he had a perfect out with me, because when the male was like, I guess, telling people that they were pregnant, he also had COVID. So Harrison goes, we're talking about something else. He goes, oh, by the way, did you hear about so-and-so? And I was like, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
he has COVID.
Exactly.
I was like, he has COVID. And Harrison goes, no. They're pregnant. Like, you could have just said yes. I clearly don't know if I'm not like, yeah, he has COVID and they're pregnant. Right. If I don't give you that they're pregnant, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was so funny. It's like out of a movie. Or like, that was like a Michael Scott thing.
Right.
Did you hear? Oh yeah. No. It's a different thing.
That's okay. I'm talking
Stanley cheated on his wife. It was like that episode. No. That's not the rumor.
Yeah. I like it. Whenever Jim's like told Michael about his crush on Pam.
Oh yeah.
Like with the P situation. P-A-M. It's okay. We're talking in code.
Talking in code.
Anyway.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, we're pregnant, guys. So we're excited. I'm sure you guys are going to be excited for us, and thanks in advance for your kind words to us. Yeah, gonna have another child.
More Patreon content is what I'm hearing.
That's right, exactly. That was not supposed to be my last currently trending. So I do have one more.
Okay, go for it.
Currently trending is about one of my children who is outside of the womb. His name's Bo, and he's hilarious these days. I mean, they're all fun, but like, he started, like, he doesn't really talk, but he's trying to say words, but he's just babbling. But he'll say like a question and then like just start nodding his head like this.
I like that.
And it is the most like it's like a sales technique, I think. Like I need to start like nodding my head. Like it's like a physical thing of like, yeah, I want to say yes to you, because he'll be like, ba, 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 ba. And he'll just be like, he's like reaching out to like try to get something, like some food or something, like, ba, ba, ba. Mm-hmm. Just nodding his head. And it's the energy that I think we all need. It's just a Bo LS nod.
More nods.
Ba, 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 ba.
I want people to come up to me after a show. Hey, you did good tonight.
Yes.
Nod that head.
Seriously, nod that head.
Up and down, yeah.
Nod that head more. I guarantee you things are going to be better for you.
You're going to get better reactions. You're going to get a lower price.
Yes.
On that used car. You're going to get a higher price on that table you sell.
Seriously. Okay. Let's think. You're a used car salesman. I'm going to buy a new use a Honda Odyssey from you. Will you take $800 less for that?
No, as low as we can go is $7,500.
How about $800 less?
I can maybe do $7,300.
$800. $800 less.
I could talk to my body. I could do I could maybe do 7,000. Can you do 7,000?
Jake, $800 less.
It's hard to not laugh.
Right? It's hard not to say yes.
I want to give you more than $800 off.
I know.
You deserve 1,000, sir.
Because I'm doing such a good job.
You're so up and down naughty.
Oh man, I need to take a video of Bo doing this.
I think that's what we call it. It's getting naughty.
Oh.
With a D. Two Ds. You've been a good boy or you've been naughty?
N-O-D-D-Y.
Yeah. Oh, I've been naughty for Halloween. Thank you for the candy.
The way he said, because for the longest time, he would say to everything. Did I say that on the podcast before?
No.
Like that was like his thing was like, no matter what you asked him, he would just go, And like, obviously he doesn't know what he's doing.
It's tough to.
And so I think Catherine taught him like nod. And so now but he doesn't just nod like he kind of just like has some attitude to it. When he does it. Yeah. It's so cute. It's so fun. And that's one of my currently trendings. I have one more too. Sorry. But
dude, that's great. Your children are already great. You're having more of them.
Yeah.
I can see why. It's got to be fun.
It's so fun, dude.
Especially when we're like, so far, so good. Why would we stop?
Yeah. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Let's wait until we don't like it anymore to stop.
And then stop. Yeah. I mean, the key to marriage is having more.
Yeah.
So that's what Brian
it's a blessing from the Lord,
Do you care one way or another? Like, are you leaning one way or another, boy or girl?
People have asked me that before, and I don't think so. I really like the idea of, which obviously
something
if
in
we
the
have,
middle.
Well, obviously if we have 3, if we have 4 or 5 or whatever, it's probably not going to happen. But I think it's kind of fun to have like one boy or one girl. Like it's kind of fun if like Hattie
3 girls.
Hattie is my little princess, and like, and then I have 2 boys, like, or, Bo's my buddy that we share like boy stuff with. And these 2 girls are like,
that's a good thought. I like that.
You know what I mean? But I do think we're probably going to have a 4th kid, probably, hopefully. And so, that might not come true, but so I don't really care. I think if Catherine had to say, I think she would want a girl. So I guess for her sake, I'll say girl, but they're so fun no matter what.
Yeah.
So, I don't really care too much one way or the other.
Just getting your
boys are a little more of a handful. I'll say that. Bo has been more of a handful than Hattie so far.
Yeah.
Just like physically, like just running around and throwing stuff down. Like he's like the Roomba. He's like the off-road Roomba. and Hattie was so much more careful, and
she was just like an actual vacuum. Just very, very stationary.
She had her own, cleaned out her own filters and everything else.
Yeah, stayed in the closet a lot.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
good for you guys. 3rd guitar pick coming soon.
That's right, baby.
Hoping to get 4.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Yeah.
What was my other currently trending? Finally uploading jingles to Patreon.
Oh,
kind of forgot about that.
Yeah.
The bus does not have good Wi-Fi.
Okay. And it does have Wi-Fi?
It does have Wi-Fi, which is nice. Enough to buy a couple sweatshirts, but not enough to upload videos. So every time it it just never worked out. But we're good now. Uploaded 4 in a row this week. I'm all caught up, guys.
Dead and Gone. I don't know if we've talked about this yet, but Dead and Gone was like maybe my favorite jingle we've done, at least in a long time.
Wow, I still need to listen to it. I haven't even listened.
Ever. I haven't either, but I just remember
at the time
I was like, this is going so well. So, okay. My last one is currently trending is an Intentional Family podcast. I actually, did a little excerpt on it on Patreon last night, just kind of, but it's Jefferson Bethke and another Jefferson Bethke. If you guys don't know, is like this popular writer,
author, speaker.
Yeah. He's the one that you and Trey went to somewhere with.
We were in like Los Angeles with him. Lives in Maui. Nice guy.
He's like friends with Jake, I would say.
We were friends.
And anyways, Jefferson Bethke and a guy named John Tyson, John Tyson is a pastor in Manhattan, New York. And
John Tyson.
This is John Tyson.
That was great.
Yeah. But, I did Mike Tyson one time for a skit at camp, and I had my friend Jake Sislip. He painted a tattoo on my face.
That's amazing.
It was awesome, and he was like my trainer. And we were doing all this stuff. Oh, it was awesome. It was so funny. I would
love to see that again. That's so funny.
Dude,
we should do more like live skits, live theater.
Yeah.
We should get into that more.
I'm still convinced the peak of my comedy was when I was working at camp. Like
you were Mike Tyson.
Oh man.
Performing for 8-year-olds.
I was Mike Tyson. I was Bill Romanowski. I was Father Time. I was but we called myself Papa T.
What was Catherine's one character that she liked so much of you?
Of me?
Yeah.
Oh, Lucky the pirate.
Yeah.
Lucky the pirate. I was Bo. I was a sheep named Bo one time.
Sure.
Yeah, it was all these different things. So,
John Tyson.
This is Mike Tyson. So anyway, Jefferson Bethke, John Tyson do this podcast. They're like 20 minutes long. They're great. I was telling my mom about it. I was like, they're like 20 minutes. They're really short and really easy to listen to. She goes, oh, really? Like making fun of how long ours are. I'm like, you don't have to listen.
Hey, totally your call.
Anyway, it just talks a lot about being a dad and being a parent to kids, obviously, and just I've been learning a lot from it. So anyway, Intentional Family Podcast. Encourage people to check it out.
Currently trending.
Yep.
That's cool. I have no more trending things. One other just quick thing I wanted to say about the Kansas City show. It's 6:45. Show was originally supposed to start at 7. We ended up pushing it back because people were late getting there. But
because people were at Chewy's too long.
Too long chewing. And at 6:45, I get a DM from my friend Garrett Clark, golfer, YouTuber, talked about him before at GM Golf. Replies like, dude, I would love to come. When's the Kansas City show? It's like about 20 minutes. He said, I was like, are you in town? He's like, yeah, we flew back today to shoot some content. Like, I'll come if you can get me tickets. So I was like, well, maybe. So I go to like tour manager Tom. I'm like, hey, I just had a friend say he could come. That's probably ridiculous, right? I was like, could you get 4 seats next to each other? And he's like, if he wants to sit next to the sound guy or something like that, or like right behind the sound guy. I was like, great, call back Garrett. I'm like, get here right now. And so they left from the golf course, him and like members of Good, if anyone follows them or whatever. They're still in their golf gear, came straight to the show, saw me perform. I get done performing. Afterwards, I'm high on life. It's so fun. I'm like talking to Trey real quick during like 3-minute debrief, like Kyle, the dermatologist, don't talk to him. He's like front left. I'm pretty sure Brad is front right. Just FYI, if you want to avoid that. Other things I need to debrief with him.
Yeah.
And then I go off side stage and Garrett and Bubby and Grant are just there. They are backstage.
Just hanging out. They got the keys from the sound guy. Like, get back there.
It's like, you guys get some subscribers on YouTube. You just do anything you want now. They were just side stage like, dude, you did awesome. I was like, first of all, thank you. Second of all, how are you guys back?
How'd you do this?
How did you get here? Like, did people see you? Did you sneak? Like, we just walked back here. We wanted to find you. Like, these places are impossible to navigate. How did you find me?
No way.
You don't feel weird about this?
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was so good to see him. And
what strong security they had. Everyone was too worried about ushering people out at the end of the show.
like, look, these guys golf for a living. How harmful can they be?
Yeah.
And then what's funny is they're kind of a little quinky dink. Not only is one of the first guys I ever met at Kanakuk in 2011, it was the cabin I lived in before campers get there. He was my shepherd, as we call it. He was like the veteran camper. His name is Joe Gilliland. He is now their manager. He manages like talent and like golf influencers or whatever. So he's their manager in Dallas. And then further coinkadonk is, I guess Trey reached out to like his agent, his manager, Jack, and was like, hey, if you can get us any like hookups at golf courses as we're traveling, like that'd be cool or whatever.
Yeah.
Joe Gilliland now hits me up. He's like, hey, do you know this guy, Jack Reed? I was like, yeah, why? He's like, oh, he just emailed me wanting like golf hookups. I was like, what? I was like, yeah, I know. He's like, oh, I just figured it was some guy like trying to get Trey's attention. Like, hey, Trey, if you want to work with me, I can get you golf stuff. I was like, no, that's like Trey's guy.
That's like
or
his
whatever.
real manager. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's all just getting so connected. Golf and comedy and life and love and laugh, spelled L-A-U-F-F-T or however.
L-A-H-F-E, I think. Laugh. Oh, that's great.
So fun little story. These guys are great.
Love it.
Check out Good if you like golf stuff on YouTube.
Or cool hats.
Or cool hats.
Yeah.
Don't put them in the washer though. It'll switch the shape of them. One of the things I Amazoned to the house today was like plastic,
Okay.
short. You know,
like molds to your hat to help you wash
you put your hat in this
dishwasher.
plastic compartment. Oh, dishwasher.
Oh, is it in the regular washer?
I go washing machine. All right, that's what I would think.
I don't wash my hats very often.
I'll go microwave.
Catherine washed my hat kind of recently, and I got kind of frustrated with her. I was like, "Don't wash my hat," but she had good intentions. They were very dirty.
And my hat was dirty.
Try to keep the dirty hats dirty and the clean hats clean.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, that's probably enough of that, of the show, yada yada. Everything happens this week. Let's get into some voice memos.
Let's do it.
Shall we? Let's see. I want to start off with this one.
Hey, Jake and Brad, this is Haley calling from the Milwaukee show.
Yep.
With the correct pronunciation to the Wisconsin cities. So here they are.
Right.
Sheboygan, Manitowoc, Wausau, Kaukauna, Ashwaubenon, Waukesha, Oconomowoc, Menominee, Wauwatosa, and Waiawega. So it's pretty funny. We enjoyed listening to that one, laughed pretty hard at that. Next thing is, I have a question for you guys. Wondering if you can recall any times where you were laughing at something, but it was too inappropriate of a time to laugh. So mine would be at my grandpa's funeral, and the Catholic priest started singing. It was just, I was glad I was wearing a mask, so I wasn't laughing out loud. So wondering if you guys had any scenarios like that. Thanks, guys. Love the pod.
I like to think that she wasn't wearing a mask because of COVID. I like to think it was like a Halloween themed funeral or something.
There I am. I have my Scream mask on.
He's got a Bill Clinton mask on. Like, yeah, my sister went as Hillary, and
this was the exact girl who gave us the list. I just now put that together. Haley Drescher. We got like half of those right. We got the easy ones right.
I really like how to say a Schwabanon. That's so fun. That one just sounds nice.
I had the emphasis.
The Schwabanon.
They're so Hawaiian. She made no comment about the Hawaiian connection you put together last week. I liked that theory.
Has Justin told you about it yet?
I have not heard back from Justin either.
Justin, let us know.
People don't want to tell us the truth. But we got any of the AUs we got a little off. Wasau and Kakona, or however she said them. Got those wrong. But we got Wauwatosa, Waukesha. We got some. As far as our question goes, I'm sure I have. Kind of tough to recall that off the top of my head.
The one I can think of, I'm sure I've done it so many times, but not like super, super inappropriate times. But like, I remember one time at Kanakuk staff training week, I just texted you a movie that Catherine texted me. You play it later.
Cool.
Anyway, there was a guy giving this speech. It was like staff training week. So there's, tons of people there. And for whatever reason, he was a black guy, but he didn't say donkey. He said donkey. And one of my friends thought it was the funniest thing and he kept talking about donkey and donkey and my friend thought it was the funniest thing. And so then because he was laughing so uncontrollably and like trying to hold it in, watching him lose it made me lose it.
Yeah.
And then we're just laughing at each other. And then we kind of get over it. And then all of a sudden and donkey, he says it again. It's like, oh my gosh, there he goes again. And so that's the one time I could think of like that.
That's pretty good.
That's my same friend, by the way, that he laughs when he's embarrassed, which is like terrible.
Oh, gosh.
And so, yeah, he'll just say something that he shouldn't have said, and then he'll laugh at somebody like to their face. And yeah, it's just the worst of everything. Habit. So yeah.
I can't think of a very good answer right now. And I've even already shared this story on the podcast, but when I went to Las Vegas for Matt Kelly's bachelor party, and my friend Sherman and Grant Huderberg, we go into the bathroom of like the Hakkasan, and yeah, they're just acting like they have contracted some things from some escorts in Vegas.
Yeah, and careful, third graders might be listening.
Yeah.
Some things like milk duds, sprees,
milky cocoa puffs.
Yeah.
So that was a time where I was like, I don't think I should be laughing, but boy, this is funny. This is taking me by surprise. Okay, so that was from Haley.
Thanks, Haley.
Thank you, Haley.
Hey, Jake and Brad. This is Andrew. To give you some background on myself, I used to work for Kansas State Baseball, and I did some baseball analytics for them.
Go Cats.
I currently work for the Chiefs as a data scientist.
Go Chiefs.
So I'll give you this background because tonight, while I was playing basketball with some guys, I told them about my background and what I do. The first question I got almost immediately was, "Oh, have you seen Moneyball?" Yes, I've seen Moneyball. Thank you for asking. I get this question every time I tell someone about my background.
It's like your exact job.
That's very frustrating. I can guarantee it every time I tell someone about it, they ask it. So
that's funny.
I'm just curious, what questions do you guys get about your jobs when you tell them you're a woodworker or a comedian? Just never fails. You get that same question. Jake, I got tickets for the show in St. Louis. Super excited for that. Brad, I'll see you Sunday morning at LBC.
Yeah, right. Baby.
So he lives here, but he's coming to the show in St. Louis.
He's trying to reach the lost. Yeah, that's
St. Louis needs it.
That's part of LBC's mission is,
go to St. Louis
to go out to the sinners and teach about Christ. So
that's such a great question. And it's so funny. Like, he has a specific job. There's only been one movie ever made about that specific job.
Oh, you do data analytics? Have you seen the one other movie that talks about this?
About baseball analytics.
Yeah.
Like, I've been meaning to. I've heard about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, there could be like other examples of that. Like, I have an IQ of 75 and I played football for Alabama. Have you seen Forrest Gump? Yeah.
Yeah, but because I also work for a shrimp company, not because of the football part. Like, they didn't even connect that.
You'd be surprised how accurate the shrimp parts.
Yeah,
of the movie were.
Right. Like, yeah, I started this social media network that's like huge.
It shut down like a server.
I'm getting sued a bunch. Oh, have you seen the Social Network? I was the Social Network. Yeah. All these different things.
Hey, nice to meet you. I am a gay cowboy. Really?
Okay.
You've seen Brokeback Mountain?
Surely you've seen Magic Mike. No. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What else?
My skin is green. And my friends with
And
a
my
donkey
wife is hot. Yeah.
Oh.
And yeah, I am friends with a donkey. That's good. That is a funny thought. I don't have any like.
I got bit by a spider. Sorry, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, you keep going. The one question that people always ask, and I don't know if it's just like a small talk question or if they really care. I doubt they really care, but people always want to know where I buy my wood.
Oh, Friends Lumber.
Yeah. Maybe from now on.
Maybe.
But like it's like I'll answer you, but you're not going to know.
I was gonna say, I would have never thought to ask you that because I do not care. It doesn't matter.
Or name a hardwood store in Kansas City. You know what I mean?
Oh, Lester's Lumby.
Exactly.
Lumber.
Lester's. Yeah. Bloomer Hardwoods. Yeah. It's like, oh, okay. Like, where's the conversation go from there? Nice. Do you like it? Like, that's all it's going to go.
Is
like,
it cool?
Are they good? Like, that's good?
Long,
like,
straight?
Yeah.
Pretty wooden, huh?
I think everyone wants me to say like Home Depot or Lowe's or something, you know? And so
Yeah.
like they can kind of relate to that. Like, oh, I didn't know if you went to Home Depot. I was like, oh, I used to, whatever, you know, but like people always like ask me like, where do you buy your lumber? Where do you buy your wood from? You know, I don't have a straight
That's funny
answer,
that
but
that's even common. Yeah, because it doesn't seem like, why would anyone care?
yeah, it is a weird way to like, or weird question. I don't know.
Yeah. For
Or
me,
maybe if you don't know enough, about the trade or whatever, like you don't know where to start.
I don't know what to ask.
Like, Jake, what f-stop do you use? What brand f-stop do you use on your apertures?
What brand
on your ISOs?
Yeah. You're like, so you make tables, but do you eat off of them
too? Are these the tables that you eat off of?
Or you sit down on them because there's a back to the table.
Yeah. You make a table, but you don't, or you make a chair, but you don't sit on it.
You don't sit on it. For me, if they haven't already said Jake from State Farm, you know those commercials, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Then I think I get somewhat off and it's like, okay, now YouTube. How does that work?
How does that work?
Where do
you get money? Yeah. How do you get money?
So you guys get paid from YouTube. YouTube pays you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Or like, how many subscribers until you start getting paid? You know, you just tell like they are inquisitive, but with those questions, like, oh, they have no clue. I don't even know where to start.
Yeah.
So I saw a woman last night playing pickleball, older woman, but no, her just strictly from pickleball. This woman loves me. Scott even calls it out. He's like, yo, so-and-so, like she was talking about you when she saw you in the parking lot, when you walked up. Haven't seen this woman in 10 months. Okay. She's got one question to ask me. Mm-hmm. Last night she goes, Jake, I've been seeing all your stuff. It's good to see it. What job did you quit to do what you're doing now? And that was a brand new one. I was like, okay, that's different. That's fun. Yeah, that was not what I was expecting. But for the most part, it is, just like, how does that work? What is one view? How many,
yes.
Like, is that $1 or whatever?
Right.
So,
yeah, that is a question I've started getting asked a lot. Like, how do you get paid? Like, that's what they always ask. Mm-hmm. I say, well, watch the whole video and we get paid for the ads.
Yeah.
So, that's a fun question, Andrew. See you at church, man.
Very fun question.
Go Jesus.
Hey, Jake and Brad. I was just listening to your most recent episode, and Jake talks about meeting a NFL football coach, and that reminded me of the summer. I was
Coach's
working at Kanakuk, and I went to a cabin each night, and I was a kitschy at the time, so I went to this cabin and this group of girls, and there was this one girl, and she was really fun, really bubbly, and just really hilarious. And I remember one night she was wearing a Chiefs hoodie, and I was like, like, that's interesting, and was going to talk to her about it, and then later forgot. And then the next day I hear from someone that she is Clark Hunt's daughter. So then I go to her the next day, I'm like, you're Clark Hunt's daughter? She's like, I am. And that was just wild. I was like, how in the world did I not know that? And just how humble you are, not even being like, she wasn't prideful of that, which was really cool. But what was the coolest interaction you've had with a famous person? Bye.
Bye. Thank you, Jewel. Nice to meet you. Your sisters are great.
I met Lucy Min
when?
Thursday. She was there.
This Thursday? Wait, she was at the show?
Yeah.
There's so many people who didn't ever say hi.
Oh, really?
Lucy Min.
You came from Lawrence.
You didn't say hi? Dang, she's sneaky.
Didn't say hi. That's too bad.
That's like the Topgolf Rachel, just like playing it so cool, you know? It's like,
really.
It's fine. It's just something to do.
I just want to see Brad, really, honestly. I just want to meet Catherine. Okay, first and foremost, can we do a pulse check on the Chiefs? What do we think? How are we feeling?
Pulse check. Here's where I'm at. It's like a high pitched.
They're 3-4 right now.
We're fine. It's a high pitch. We're fine.
Okay.
What about you?
No, 100%. gas pedal. I'm still so confident in the Chiefs.
Okay.
My confidence will not waver until week 18. I am so confident. I'm not confident that they're necessarily going to win the AFC right now, but I'm confident that they will still go to the Super Bowl.
That's good. Because a lot of people are getting worried we're going to have to shut down the podcast.
No,
if you guys remember,
people are like, renegotiate the terms. If Chiefs don't go to the Super Bowl, you don't go. You don't.
Nope.
No.
Gas pedal.
The terms are the terms, and we are just fine.
The terms were 2 months ago. I said, as long as Patrick Mahomes stays healthy and we don't make it to the Super Bowl, we will quit this podcast.
Yeah.
So far, one of those things has stayed true.
Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes are on the Chiefs. Therefore, we are fine.
We are fine.
Not worried one bit. They can lose to the Giants this week. If they lose to the Giants tonight, it's on Monday Night Football.
Monday Night Football.
Still won't be scared.
I'll be
honest. I'll be a little higher pitch as well. I'm not that scared.
I think it's fine. We're second half team.
This is just fine. Yeah, but I'm confident. So
yeah, it is fun, and it's nice to be like balancing out. Like everyone on the internet is really turning on the Chiefs, so it's nice to ride
ridiculous.
the optimism. Like we're fine.
How many people are truly turning on the Chiefs, and how many people are just like, hey, let me have a hot take. Patrick Mahomes isn't that good. It's like you're just doing this for clicks.
Hey, give me a break.
Give me a break.
Give me a break from that.
Give me a break.
Anyway, back to the Chiefs. One of Brad's favorite Chiefs is Gracie Hunt. Loves following her on Instagram.
Give me a break. Give me a break. I stopped following her because you guys guilted me out of it.
Isaac and I, like, was that 2 years ago? Last year?
I don't want to talk about this. I'll tell you. Okay, so first and foremost, let me tell you. Have I told the story in the podcast about Noble and the Chiefs?
Yes, I think so. Because you had him in your cabin, right?
Quick. I didn't have him in my cabin, but like he was at our camp.
It was like my daddy owns the lake.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he was like, hey, you like the Chiefs? I like the Chiefs. I was like, no way. He's like, yeah, my dad owns them. Whoa. Oh. So I know the Hunt family. I have Tavia, the mom's phone number in my phone.
Okay.
Talk about famous people, and so yeah, I follow the daughter who happens to be a cute girl and it has started to be like modeling things and whatever.
Isaac and I found out like Brad is like, did you guys see Gracie Hunt's Instagram post today?
No, I didn't say that. I never said that. No, I would never have said that. There's no way. There's no way that's how I brought up. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way I would have said that.
Granted, I don't remember the interaction at all.
There's no way I would be like, hey, dude, you see her pictures? There's no way.
Did you see her pumpkins? She's decorated.
Happy Halloween.
You didn't have her mask on.
There's no way.
I don't know how you brought it up.
There's no way. But I think I just said I was following her. And I was like, I know exactly. I remember the conversation now because I was like, it's interesting to watch like the behind the scenes of how they get to the game and like how they're in the tunnel after the game. And like, that's why I follow her. And you guys were like, yeah, sure. That's why you follow her. Sure. That's why you follow her.
You like the articles too, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. I bet you just read that from the articles.
Behind the scenes, I was looking at her paddle.
Behind her scenes. No, whatever. I think that she was talking about
tight end day.
I don't even know if she was talking about Gracie Hunt. She might have been talking about the other sister. There's two girls. Anyway, the Hunt family seems awesome.
They seem awesome. Noble's great.
Noble is really great. Yeah. He's going to be the owner someday. And I'm going to say, I know that guy.
I know the owner. I know her.
Famous people. Honestly, Noble Hunt's probably the most famous person I've ever met.
Noble and Tavia.
I mean, yes. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. You have a million answers for this.
Jamie McDermott, Buffalo Bills head coach, wife.
Yeah.
She's number one right now.
I mean, that's a
general,
powerful woman.
Go to the general and save some time. They're the most recent ones.
Catherine loved that. I told her about that.
I like both of y'all's like love and affinity for like celebrity.
Yeah.
Like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It is just funny because there's only one guy that does that.
Just him.
It's just them. And more people know that than Jamie McDermott.
Yeah.
And
there's only, I've had, I guess, a fair share of celebrity interactions, but none that are like super noteworthy. Like Ryan Seacrest is so acrobatic. He can do backflips. Like that would be cool. I don't have anything like that.
I was like, I haven't heard that part.
Yeah. No, everything is like, people I've met are like cool. They're about what you would expect. Turns out, get this, pretty normal people.
Are they almost like boring normal though? Like, is that a hot take? Is like celebrities aren't even fun?
Don't meet any of them.
Like I'm kind of trying to make sure this podcast doesn't get up to 700,000 listeners every week.
I don't want to get to that point
because then we won't be fun anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's it.
I'm trying to think if anyone was like not anything other than ordinary. Logan Paul was pretty like, oh, okay. You're pretty high energy off camera. You do some interesting things off camera.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you share?
Nothing crazy. It wasn't like he was like doing Molly off camera or anything like that. It's just like his energy sending an email was like, okay, you're pretty like eclectic person. You're pretty like high energy. Like you just like,
it's like intangible or like, what do you mean? Like energy sending an email?
I remember him sending an email and then he got done and he was like ready to be shooting a video now that he's done the email. He slams his laptop shut and just starts screaming. He's like, woo! All right, let's shoot, baby. Come on. Okay. It was just like very much the opposite of Trey, where it'd be like, all right, should we do this thing? Or I'm going to be like,
yeah, that killed me today. We were waiting too long. I was like, let's go. Let's film this thing.
No, I have nothing but good things to say about Logan, but it was
That's
like,
cool.
oh, he wasn't just like normal and chill and played it cool. It was like, even when the camera's off, he's very intense, very high energy, very hardworking, very much like enjoys what he does, cares about what he does. He's very into it. So it was fun to watch because he wasn't boring.
Cool.
Everyone else has been pretty boring.
Okay. Fun question.
Yeah, good question. All right, let's do our 5-star reviews of the week.
Sure.
I'm going to start.
Oh, do you want to play that video? I'm curious.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I asked Catherine, can I play that on a podcast? She said, you can. Just shows how spoiled our kids are with your job. I want to know what that means.
Let's see what this means.
Say it again.
I haven't seen Dad all day, and he's not home right now either.
I'm sorry.
Besides, he said he would throw me up in the air after and now he doesn't remember.
Oh.
I bet he remembered. He's busy. He's recording the podcast. He'll be back soon, I bet.
Oh, that's cute. That's
we got to get home. We got to wrap this up now.
I thought it was going to be like a funny, like, just shows how spoiled they are. They're singing the Ghostrunners theme song or something.
No,
Yeah.
it's just
I did tell her, I was because I've been throwing her up in the air and she thinks it's so fun. So I said, when you get home later, I'm going to throw you up in the air. I'm going to throw, I was like, I'm going to throw you both up in the air. She's like, okay. That's cute.
she's ready to be thrown. She's got a rain jacket on, some boots on. She's ready to be outdoors.
Sorry, Hattie. I'm coming.
That's adorable.
Review of the week. Let's see. Do you have one? I like two. So
Go for it.
Okay.
I'll go.
bet
Okay.
mine's from SASTC. SAST.
Nice.
I bet you're probably wondering how I got here. Earlier this year, sometime in February, I think, the stars aligned and I found the Ghostrunners podcast. I was instantly hooked and pleasantly surprised when I heard the voices of my good friends, the I'm Down Boys. For the better part of the next 2 weeks, I listened until I was all caught up, and I've been listening every Monday ever since. My dad quit his job at the end of the summer to pursue his dream, so this school year has been a little extra chaotic, but it's given me a chance to show him Ghostrunners, and now we watch every Monday morning together. Anyways, I just wanted to give you guys some words of aff, so here it goes. Jake,
Hey,
you remind me of my friend Mason, and he's pretty cool.
Mason Ramsey,
So
probably.
you're welcome. Maybe. Brad, you are very funny and amazing singer. Thank you. You guys are absolutely killing it, and I really look up to you guys. Sincerely, Thatcher from Young Martian.
Oh,
Young Martin.
Thatcher.
Young Martin? Is that a city? And go ahead.
Okay. Next review comes from Floppy Fish. Hi, Jake and Brad. I'm writing this review appropriately, probably approximately, 1 hour after meeting Jake at the Lincoln show. I feel like I didn't scream 5 stars in our quick interaction, so I'll try again in a 5-star review. I've been listening for almost 2 years, and it's odd that I love following the lives of 2 Midwest best friends, but I adore it. I love that I'm a part of your life events, and you guys are a part of mine in a way. Thank you for making my Mondays so much better. Also, I want to congratulate Jake again on the awesome show. I can't wait to see Brad live someday. Love, Kate. Whoa, throwing down the L word, Floppy Fish.
Ooh, I remember when Claire Boldry wrote Love Claire in a note to me for my birthday party in 2nd grade, and I thought,
hot.
okay, Claire.
Okay, meet my mom.
I see you.
I see you, Claire.
I see you, Claire. Love Kate. Thank you, Claire. Kate.
Kate, Floppy Fish.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, someday. Someday, maybe.
We'll make it happen. Brad, do you want to end this episode with a jingle?
Yeah, with you.
I would want you to. You want me to do the last part?
In the beginning.
Okay.
You're the first one to sing. This one's coming from Rachel Phillips. Do you know that you're the first one to sing?
Like when that note hits?
You want me to start it? Yeah.
Sure. Good self reverb there at the end. That was good. That was good.
That was good. That was good.
I did not know the end of that where it gets a little faster with the rap. That was good. That was fun. Thank you, Rachel
Phillips,
for writing that for us. That was very fun.
Sister.
Phillips Screwdriver.
That's right.
Man, what a fun episode. This has been episode 130 of one of Brad and I's favorite podcasts that we do together. This is Ghostrunners. To all of our fans out there, thank you for listening. To all of our deaf fans out there, thank you for watching.
Let me.
To all of our Navy Sea captains, thank you for listening to that Morse code.
That's right. Shout out to Admiral Anthony.
Sure, he's the captain now.
Mm-hmm.
AA.
Thank you for all the people that continue to buy merch on Ghostrunners.life as well. It's really cool.
It's
and
like a faucet that drips.
Yeah. At this point, it's like, are you even going to go to Jake Triplett show without Ghostrunners merch?
You gotta. Apparently, you gotta. Apparently, there were people in Iowa City, I was mistaken, who were ghosties.
Yeah.
There was just no merch. And also no one told me that they were Ghostrunners.
Yeah.
But you got to have the merch on, then it's a no-brainer.
You gotta.
I
can't not hear it now.
You got to slam yourself down and buy some merch. You know the song.
Oh, awesome.
Good stuff. Let's go be good dads and good whatever I am. Like you're going to go see Hattie.
I'll figure it out. I'm going to go throw my daughter up in the air.
I'll go throw Isaac around.
Throw Isaac around and find him around.
Cool. See you guys. Love you.
Love you, Catherine. She wanted me to say that. No, I shouldn't say that last part.
No, she didn't.
Love you, Catherine. Congratulations on being pregnant. You're welcome.